to Wolf Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knit Wolf. Did you know I'm Dawn? I always look at you when I say that.
It's like, is that the second guessing the name?
Yeah.
Hi, Puppy. Yeah. And this is Puppy Chulo. I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. We have a scent of the month every month, and we are in the month of October, so we have candy corn. Perfect Halloween treat for your skin. Soap, lotions, bath salts. It's all 25% off in our shop. Plus we have other sale items as well, like our buy two, get one free on our lip balms and other good stuff I'm sure you'll enjoy. So swing on by and check that out. I want to welcome new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining us today. It'll probably be a really quick podcast. It was an uneventful week. I guess we were talking about that before. It's like, what happened this week? It's like just whizzed on by, and here we are at another podcast. So.
Yep. So this week's segments include farm happenings in the coop, Flo in the Coop, roundup.
Yep. So, farm happenings.
Farm happening. Hey, Papi Chulo.
Yeah.
Papi Chulo.
He's getting bigger. He's
4 pounds.
4 pounds. He just adds on an ounce or two every week.
Yep. And he had his first bath yesterday. Yeah, he was not too impressed because he followed me out and went right into the mud. So it's like, and then he's looking at his feet like, ooh.
He is a boy,
yeah.
And he likes to get in the dirt, and he likes it dirty. Mm-hmm. He's Dundee's shadow. He's just like Dundee. Although he'll go out there and roam through the dirt, and he doesn't care. He just enjoys it. So, but.
So yeah, he wasn't too impressed with his first bath. I mean, he didn't cry or yelp, which I was kind of expecting, just with the spray and stuff. But he shivered, so he got wrapped up in SpongeBob beach towel and got all dried off and gave me the stink eye. Like, what did you do to me?
I don't like that.
So, yep, he survived. He survived his first bath, so.
He'll get used to it.
Yeah, and I started his more formal training this week, and because I went through it all with Fuji. She went through 3 or 4 rounds of training.
Yeah.
Because I was actually training her to be a service dog, and she did everything up and beyond what her capabilities would have been, except her personality.
Yeah, she was not a people person.
Yeah, so he definitely is, and so
he likes people. He's Mr. Friendly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start him early on all the training things, and he loves it. Food.
Yeah.
Any food. He loves food.
He's a mouth baby. He loves anything that he can stick in his mouth. So we got to kind of watch him. He's kind of like Dundee. Dundee was like that too, and everything. It's like, no, drop it.
Yeah. So he's really getting to learn. Leave it.
Yeah.
That's my number one priority right now with him, because. Yeah.
Well, he walks along at the same pace, when he's following, which is good, and he sits now. He's been sitting since we got him. Yeah. So. He's pretty good about that. So I think he'll be a quick learner, as long as food's involved. Yeah. That's always a incentive for the dogs.
Yeah. Got a mannequin body torso yesterday, so that's up behind me. And
now you can
put my shawls on it and stuff. And
you've asked me to look for one of those antique wire ones, right? So I gotta see what I can produce. Because Don said yesterday, before I was heading out, if you ever see one of those mannequins, well, look at that. Ask and you shall receive. Now you got a mannequin torso.
Yeah. Well, I had to cover parts of it.
Yeah,
Yep. So then you've been doing yard work.
We had some rains here. The rain started up, and so the weeds, out here where we don't get too much rain, as soon as the rain happens, then weeds start to grow. So I was out tractoring our areas that aren't grass, at least in the front, to knock down the weeds before they get overly large. Otherwise, at springtime it's pretty messy because they get really large and they die, and then it makes a mess. So while they're low, I'll go ahead and get out there and knock those down. And then I've been working still on kind of doing the planter areas because we got kind of plans to get working on those with the walkway and whatnot. So trying to get all of that ready to go. Have to clean up all of the little sticks. We got sticks out there, and little puppy here enjoys putting everything in his mouth. So I was having to rake out all the planters and get that all cleaned up, and trying to get that where he doesn't
Puppy-proof.
Puppy-proof, exactly. So so we're just doing normal chores around the house, trying to get ready. I've got a list of things in the back of my mind I'm trying to do, so I'm trying to get those knocked down. I was hoping it was a little cooler, because we're having some cool weather here the last week or two, but it's warmed back up. So back in the 90s again here. No rain, no cool air. Maybe next week. But it's all good. It's all good. We're getting things taken care of.
It's October instead of October here.
Yeah.
As you can tell, tank tops still and...
Yeah. I'm wearing a black shirt because it's Halloween. Don't get bit, But you can't see the whole thing because I got a dog blocking the words. But getting in the festivities of Halloween.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we're so into that.
Well, we got to get a pumpkin because we want to do a photo shoot with him in a pumpkin because he's so small. Got to find a small one, get it carved out. We did that with Jimmy when he was a baby. Stuck him in the pumpkin, and we had to get a huge one. Well, with him, we can get one of the super mini ones, and he'll fit just fine. So, got to do that for his October Halloween first. Halloween picture there. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. So
Yep.
yeah, he's out. Start chewing on.
Eat it.
Yeah. It's like, okay, hold him, snap, and then he'll start gnawing.
Yep. So I think that's about it.
Is that about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's head on over to the Coop and see what's in it.
Yep. In the Coop, I worked on my Japanese garden shawl by Wendy D. Johnson. And the yarn is hand spun by TG Knits. I really see it's getting smaller. And
I like the coloring on that yarn.
it was actually fiber from Highland Handmaids, white spruce top, superwash merino, 50% tencel in the chosen one colorway. Is the fiber she used. But yeah, the colors on this is really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on size 5.
Those are your Hayas.
Yep. Haya
Your
is
favorites.
my favorite. This podcast is brought to you. And so you can see the colors of the shawl now coming, the different tones. So I did quite a bit on that this week. The little bit of knitting time that I had,
It's a battle for time with the new puppy and
the taxi service for Jimmy.
School and all that.
Because on Monday, Wednesdays, that's boom. There's no knitting at all. That's just how it goes. And so that's in my Kicks and Giggle bag.
Pretty cool.
And then in my Just Keep Knitting bag from Bay Area Knitter, I worked on James's socks that are done with, it's Knit Picks. Oh, it's a little one. Knit Picks Felici fingering weight and the Firefighter colorway. So, and I'm doing them 2 at a time, but on 2 separate needles. So on this one, because I want to do it at the same time, they're not going to match. You can see the Dicky Doo on this one's right there, and then on this one. So they're exactly to the point now of where the heel's going to go.
You do an afterthought, or are you going to do the
Fishnets. 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 That's some awesome yarn. Go get you some, but fish lips kiss heel. And do a fish lips kiss heel with the fishnets yarn. And just have a fishy knit along.
Fishy socks, huh?
Yeah, fishy socks. But yeah.
You do it in Nemo colors, huh?
Oh, that would be cool, huh?
Yeah.
So, yep, I did quite a bit on these.
Yeah. Moving right along.
Yep.
A couple stripes here, a couple stripes there. Pretty soon my feet will be happy because I'll have another pair of socks to wear.
Yeah. So that's all the knitting. I had dug out my Scrappy Happy blanket, but I couldn't remember because I had started this one because I've already done a big mitered square blanket before. I had started this one with a big square, like it's double.
Yeah.
Double the.
It's twice as large as the smaller
Yes.
squares like you had done your other mitered square out of.
Right. It's like 4 of them.
In one square.
In one square. So it will be different than the one I've already done. But I had started that so at the beginning of the year, April-ish, that I didn't remember what I did. So I'm like, how many do I go? So I was trying to think of that, and I'm like, I don't have time for that. I just want to knit. So that's why I started working on the socks, and then I dug it out again to ask, because I have the big square and then I have squares around it now, how I want to go about arranging it.
Yeah. So what?
Because I'm not good at just throw one here and throw one there. That would just drive me insane.
So we kind of did a virtual layout. I
Yeah.
helped Dawn. She was asking me, how should I lay these out? So I put on the computer the square arrangement that she had, and we just duplicated and start adjusting how they're laid out and did a couple different things. So we've got it set up. So I think we've got it oriented now,
Yeah.
where I think you know what you want to do, and then I'll just have to print that out, and you'll have to mark off so you remember
where I'm at.
the patterning,
Yeah.
because it'll go across, and then there's going to be shifted and twisted and whatnot to make the pattern.
Yeah, so where the big squares will be diagonally.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that virtual help.
Yeah.
Because it's squares, and then in Dawn's mind that's geometry, and then that because that geometry's math, it just shuts
Shut
down.
down. It's like, oh, forget it. I'll just do a whole another mitered square one. But
Yeah, well, you could do it on paper too. Then it's not so mathy. But it's quick and easy to do it on the computer to rearrange and orient it.
yeah,
It's like, oh, okay.
I just want to kind of. That way, it's easier to see than sitting there ripping out them squares.
Yeah. Well, that works with squares, but if you have odd shaped stuff, I guess you could do it with triangles too. But
Yeah.
trying to do an arrangement, figure out which pattern you want to do.
Yeah. So,
Things to think
yeah.
of.
Yeah, and this one, it will be more just, I can use the same one because my original Scrappy Happy blanket has one square of each of my minis, and this I got lots of minis. And
Well, you got a lot of excess
Extras,
yarn
yeah.
from the original Scrappy Happy blanket because
Yeah.
you get people sending in yarn to you, and you only need so much, but the excess you can continue using because
Yeah.
everybody's mini skein's a little different.
Yeah.
It depends on how much you got left after you get done with your socks, right?
Yeah.
so this way you can just kind of work it in.
Yeah, and I was asked how I go about getting the mini skeins, and I think there's a mini skein group now, but the original group, the what's it called? You can just go into the group tab on Ravelry and put in sock yarn blanket group. Sock yarn blanket? Something like that. I'm sure there's a ton of them now because this was the original one years and years ago. It was 8-10 years ago that I was in. And they do swaps and stuff, and then just ask your friends and, you know.
We've had very generous viewers
Yeah.
out there send on in, little packages
Scraps,
of the scraps that they're left over, and so those got part of Dawn's original blanket. So, because she wanted
Friends and my...
friends, and she remembers whose yarn is this, and so.
And the original one I have, who each square is, what the yarn. I mean, the list is long.
Yeah, but like I said, whenever you grab it, oh, that was so and so. I'm like, yep. So yeah, Dawn likes the fact that it's all her friends all in there. Yeah. So if you get yarn from your friends as you're doing it, then you can think about that as well. So,
so it makes it neat.
Yeah. Unless you're a full-blown sock knitter and you have thousands of socks and you got a bunch of leftovers, you have a lot of mini skeins from that. But yeah, pretty cool.
So, and what I'm wanting to do is just knit him sweaters.
Yeah, the focus of attention here.
But I don't want to knit too many at this size because he's going to grow and then he won't be able to wear them. And
well, he's.
I already have a full drawer full of sweaters, but he's too little.
He's young and we're heading into winter, so he's going to have something to keep him warm. But I don't, like I said, I don't think he's going to get too much bigger. That if you knit him something, that's not going to last for a while because he's not growing that fast.
True.
And he won't be it's not like we got Dundee. He was like this, and now he's 55 pounds.
Yeah, that was just quick.
He's 4 pounds now, and he's going to get to 6 pounds. So a 2 pound difference is not going to make that big of a deal. If you knitted him a sweater, the next week he would have outgrown it.
Yeah.
So.
True.
So so you could still knit him stuff and.
Well, because I mentioned to someone on the Rav group that it'd be fun to have one each week, because that's what I actually did for Fuji with the trainings, because whatever sweater I was wearing, I would make one where she would have a matching sweater. So we did get best dressed in our training.
Yeah, that was the reward. Train well or you're going to put your sweater back on because Fuji hated those things.
Poor dog.
He could care less. You put him on and he's just like,
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be fun to try and put one on Dundee.
He runs hot, though. Because Courtney wanted me to knit them both matching sweaters, But Dundee pants.
Yeah, he's always...
When the air
he's like Jimmy. Jimmy's always hot.
Yeah.
So.
They take after my mom. So, yep. But Poppy, he runs cold.
Yeah, he's not wearing it now because it's warm.
Yeah, it's
probably
hot.
should have turned the air conditioner on before we started. I'm like, and he's keeping me warm. He's like a little heater here.
Yeah.
But
so that runs us right. Oh no! Wait.
Oh, you got your
spinning.
Yeah.
So before I keep rambling on, I'm still working on the first draft by Lindy G, and it's by the Sea colorway. I am on the second of the 2 ounces. And it's Shetland, and it's really fun, and I'm just doing my 15 minutes a day, and it gets her done, and so
Poppy comes over and helps you.
Every day he sits right on my lap, and Jimmy's like, that doesn't bug him, because you see his little head, he kind of looks like, what are those bubble heads? The little chihuahua.
It's rocking him to sleep.
Yeah.
He squeaks. He's over here squeaking.
I'm surprised you can hear it.
Thanks. What?
Well, certain tones you...
Yeah, I don't hear. I have hearing issues.
Yeah. He's a male. No, I'm just kidding. That's
whether
bad. You do have technical.
Yeah, no, I have technical. Since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I have an excuse for not hearing Dawn when she tells me something.
Especially when I'm the opposite side of the house.
Yep.
Like, what do you mean you didn't hear me?
Text me. Yeah.
The things you learn. So, I talked about the spinning. Okay.
Yep.
So, Flown the Coop is Poppy's orange sweater.
Yay.
And I did do it a little bit bigger, a smidge bigger. And yes, it's already been worn and it's picked because Weasley, our 6-month-old kitten, he's not little. He's 8 pounds?
He's big.
He's a big kitten. He's like Velcro. This is like... And he clings.
He thinks it's fun. Yeah, he thinks it's fun. They play like, it's funny watching Poppy and the cat play because you worry about it because he's, and they just, his keeps his claws retracted, which is good, except when he gets near
the
yarn.
sweater. Yeah, and then it's like and you
And
see
these
him
two,
tumble.
him and Weasley, they get into trouble they like when they're quiet, something's going on, right? So the cat's out here pulling, packing peanuts out for the dog. You know, it's just funny, you know, because the cat could care less. He's pulling because he's got Velcro, so he sticks his hand down into the box and throws it onto the ground, and then Poppy gets up. I'm like,
and makes it look like it's snowed
Yeah.
in the living room, and
I'm like, you guys are being too quiet and come out here and it's chewed up.
yeah,
And the cat's just smiling.
yeah.
I'm getting the dog in trouble.
So I did do the neck longer on this one. I did 2 inches on this instead of the 1 inch. And this is a worsted, whereas the other one was a DK. And I do roll it like a little turtleneck on him. Fashionable, yeah. It just, because the other way it looks like he's got what are those collars that they put on you when you got in a car accident?
Yeah.
You know, the neck collar. Isn't that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I did the armholes the same. I just bound them off because he likes that. And so, yeah.
That's his macho sleeveless shirt.
Yeah. Muscle shirt to show
That's
his
it.
muscles. Tiny but mighty.
So you need to have a little clear plastic here with a little tattoo kind of that lays over his arm when he's wearing it. Poor dog.
Things we do to the dog. Yeah. So, yep, little orange one done. It fits. He's been wearing it. And
Keeps him warm in the morning.
yep. So now he's got green and orange. And like I said, that's all I want to knit is, oh, I want to do one out of that. And, oh, I want to do one out of that. And so
That's it.
he's definitely going
Spoiled.
to need one red one for Christmas time.
He's a spoiled dog.
No, well loved.
Yeah. So you need to make him a turkey one, you know, where it have a little,
Little
fan
feathers.
on the back. Man, the cat would go to town with that.
We'll have to attach
like
the
our
turkey thing because
here.
that comes off.
Yeah,
I'll just put that on the butt of this, and he can have a little.
Yeah, there's
tail
Velcro
post.
on the tail on that turkey behind us. So just slap it on there. You poor dog.
Our animals, no harm comes to.
Yeah, they're well padded.
Yeah.
So I guess that brings us to Roundup then, huh?
We better quit while we're ahead.
Leave it before the animals get too rambunctious, huh?
The animals, I think it's more.
I know. All right. So, anyways, but I guess that brings us to Roundup. So, remember we have free Wolf Farm video podcast button with any paid order at Wolf Farms. Just ask for that in the comment section when you're checking out. We'll be happy to stick one of those in your order so you can decorate your knitting bag or your button monster or whatever you got, and with a little bit of bling there, Wolf Farm bling.
Yeah.
And I think that about does it. He's
out.
he's all done. So don't forget we have candy corn on sale, 25% off, and other sale items as well. So swing on by, check that out, and we'll see you, I guess, on the next podcast.
Yeah. So until next time.
Let's get cracking. Hatch it in.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.